I've been an electrician for about 18 years now, and I'm very confident in what I do, and I still ended up in hospital. I've got up that day, the standard day, no thinking anything of it. I says, like, I'll bounce in and do that power quality assessment we had to do. I'd assessed the work to be done live, and I was very confident of what had to get done. It was possible to do it live. All I need to do is clip on these 4 crocodile clips, which isn't a hard task, you know what I mean? I can see the buzz bar. I've clipped on the first one, and then I've went to clip on the second one. And as soon as I've touched it, it's just went, just white, yellow flashed, you know what I mean, in my face, and just a really disgusting noise. I wasn't unconscious, but I sort of realised what had happened, and I could just smell it, all my hair burnt, my skin was all burning, and I could see all my clothes were burnt and things, my skin was hanging off and that, and I was just all black.
So when I first found out that he'd had the accident, I was at work, but when I answered the phone, I couldn't actually understand what he was saying. He was all gibberish, but all I got was, I'm in a bad way, I'm being taken to hospital. I just panicked, yeah.
In Mark's case, while he was working in the switchboard, as a result of attempting to pull off 2 pieces of insulation, he exposed the risk of 2 separate electrical phases. In bridging that out with his screwdriver, he's created a large arc flash with high fault current available inside the switchboard, which resulted in a large fireball which burnt Mark considerably.
When I first walked in to see him, he was in a hospital bed and he was just black, and his hair was singed. And
the injuries that I actually sustained would have been, it was actually 12% body burns, so that involved skin grafts. For that to heal, they cut all they grind your skin off and then lay that on top of the burns.
so the next day after the skin grafts, as soon as I walked into his room in the burns ward, he was just head to toe in bandages. He looked like a mummy. I think that's when it hit me.
The first week was not an enjoyable time. I was on splints, you know, in full arm splints, leg splints, couldn't even pick my own nose. Every second day I had to get all my dressings took off. So you've got dressings stuck onto skin grafts or sticking to you, so you need to go into a shower and then get all wetted up to release all the stickiness of it, and then take it off, and it just sticks to your skin, and it's sore. I didn't know what I was going to look like. I ended up in hospital for 3 weeks, and yeah, off work for 3 months. And what I didn't realise then, due to what I was going through, how it had hurt Mel, how it had emotionally strained her, and mentally and emotionally. It's not a nice feeling to know that the person you love is obviously upset and hurt because of what's happened to you.
Mark definitely didn't realise how much his accident had affected me. A realisation of how serious it was. He could have died. Yeah, just had no idea. When Mark started having his rehab, that was hard because he had been in hospital for such a long period of time without moving. He was really happy when he called me that he told me he'd walked for the first time with a Zimmer frame, so he still had to lean on it, but I was really proud.
There's also a big emotional burden that's getting put on your loved ones, whether it be your wife, you know what I mean, your family, your parents, or something like this. Puts an emotional burden on them.
He loves his work. He loves to be always, you know, keeping his mind active. So when he couldn't go straight back to work, that also held some frustrations and a little bit of anger. I was really happy to see him back at work. I do want to be with him for the rest of my life. So I am grateful that he is healed.
You can prevent arc flash by eliminating the hazard. Turn the power off and isolate the equipment, even if that means rescheduling the work for another time. Remember, working near energised parts can be just as dangerous as performing live work. Arc flash risk isn't just limited to large switchboards. They can also occur in smaller switchboards, electrical supply pillars, and even large electrical equipment. So plan your work and always follow your safe working procedures.
Yeah, I think one thing that I would like to get out there after my accident is just to all the other Sparkies out there, just don't work live. Don't put yourself in situations where, or like I was, just because you're trying to please the client, just because you're trying to get the job done faster. If you've got a wife, kids, family, like, it's just not worth it. Nothing's worth your life.